to Tim for giving us the opportunity to come and express our views, our passion, because we were sitting at our last Justice meeting and we were saying, how can we do something to spread the word? 71% of Australians agree with the terrible policies that are being inflicted on asylum seekers. And we are always looking for ways in which we can make our voice heard, help people to understand that it's wrong. I was reading this from the Quaker Faith and Practice from 1822, and it says, that which is morally wrong cannot be politically right. And I think that is where they're getting all mixed up. It's morally wrong, and we have to stand up and let them know that it is morally wrong. Mark Gillespie, who is an advocate for refugees, and he works up in Brisbane near the Pinkenbar Detention Centre, and sees the ones coming in from Nauru and Manus Island who are in need of care. He said, we fix them up and send them back, and then of course they get sick again. Currently there's a man in intensive care in Brisbane's Mater Hospital fighting for his life from severe septicemia, a blood infection that with proper care could have been avoided, but there's no proper medical care on either Nauru or Manus Island. Another man in the Brisbane Detention Centre had a specialist recommend he be given a brace for his knee in February. He still hasn't had it, it's the end of August. It's not just the physical conditions that are harsh, it's the psychological torture. Nauru, they don't want the asylum seekers, neither does Manus Island, and now Australia is trying to bribe Cambodia, which has an appalling human rights record, to take our asylum seekers. Actually, and it's not just the adults that are self-harming. Human Rights Commission report found there are 128 reported self-harm incidents among children between January and March this year. Only last week, a 17-year-old girl threw herself off a building in Darwin. Another 25-year-old woman currently lies in a Brisbane hospital who did the same thing on Christmas Island. In another hospital, there's a pregnant lady with a 4-year-old child who tried to kill herself in Darwin. A 16-year-old Pakistani boy cut himself a couple of weeks ago after being told he was returning to Nauru. Another man in Brisbane tried to take his life on Manus Island. Another woman tried to kill herself on Nauru. All the detainees at the Brisbane Detention Centre are suffering, and many of them are victims of torture and trauma. This is just a tiny example of the suffering that we are inflicting on these vulnerable people. So thank you for coming today, and I think the more people that can stand up and be counted and let people know that we do not agree with these policies. And thank you to those who've signed our petitions. We had one to close Nauru and Manus Island, and we had another one for releasing the children. I'd like to just finish with Article 14 from the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Everyone has the right to seek and to enjoy in other countries asylum from persecution. Let us spread the word. Thank you so much.
And Shay, everyone. Ballina Justice Group.